memorandum and said, a national dialogue cannot be chaired by Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. First of all, how many parties were in the election? Forget about the presidential. Many parties were in the election from, I don't know, there were a coalition of 26 parties in Kenya, in Azimio. There are around 6 or 7 in Kenya Kwanza. Why are they not co-chairs? Why did they have 40 co-chairs? Why pick 2, then you call it a national dialogue? It's very clear how many parties, because the chair of from Kenya Kwanza is Ichungwa, isn't it?
Yes.
He represents UDA. This other one is Kalonzo Musyoka. He represents Azimio, or if you like, a Wiper. Why are not other chairs also involved? There are some parties which were neither in those coalitions. So Kenya also is a multi-party democracy. There is no civil society. There is no religious bodies. There's no unions there. There's no private sector. So this is a political process. It has nothing to do with national dialogue. In fact, they're abusing the word national dialogue by putting it right there. And let me tell you how we got it right in the 2010 Constitution. They had an independent committee which was chaired by Ogola Court, which was outside politics. It was not state controlled. So even the state were presenting their own memorandum. And it was not in parliament which was impeding people to reach out to them.
Yes.
They are an office somewhere in Westlands. They were very accessible. In the one which failed was called Wako Draft. It was called Wako Draft because in the end it was government draft. Wako was the Attorney General. Anything you put inside the government, there must be state and society. State and society has never always walked in the same path. That's why, as a good journalist, I recommend you to read the book. It's called The Narrow Corridor. The Narrow Corridor says that it's the perfect corridor.
Yes.
When the state and society are relating to each other very well, where the state power and societal power is at good balance. And that's why you need an independent body that was supposed to pick those issues and run with it. But here, when you begin with parliament co-sharing these things, everything really has gone wrong. And I have 2 hypotheses. Either they already know what they want, they're going to run the report that they want, and the report will be written with what William Ruto wants and what Raila has agreed on. Then they pass that one. So whatever you're bringing there, the lens is what does Raila want and what does Ruto want, it will pass.
Yes.
If they were sincere, they were supposed to put someone very independent. If they were sincere, they were supposed to stick to the agenda. Remember, you said it's constitutional. No, not everything they're presenting there is constitutional, because the agenda was also passed in parliament, meaning that parliament can say anything you come up with outside what we pass in parliament's agenda is useless. And that's how they are taking us for granted. So I'm telling you that, yes, seriously, if the thing will be go to parliament to pass, because any law that must be passed in parliament, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Parliament will tell you, we gazetted the national dialogue. We passed the national dialogue in parliament and entrenched it in parliament as a parliamentary agenda.
Based on those issues.
Based on those issues.
So, isn't it?
Anything that has come later, we are sorry.